Hey guys, welcome to LifeLab's nutrition segment of the week. So this is the first of many nutrition segments that we're going to be introducing. So what we're going to be doing is every week we're going to be exploring a new area or a different area of nutrition and food. So we're going to be discussing all sorts of different things. So we're going to start off this week with discussing smart grocery shopping. So basically, there's kind of 5 things you want to think about when we're talking about grocery shopping. So the first one is your list. So we need to create a list. To create the list, you need to think about doing a meal plan. So I like to do my meal plan for the week. Some people might like to shop more often than that. So you can plan out your meals and snacks for about the first 2 or 3 days or a full week. And then from there, you make your list. So then when you take that list to the store, you want to try and stick to it as best you can. So you don't want to try and come home with like 500 other things that you didn't really need and weren't on your list at all. So that's kind of your goal with that. The second thing we need to plan is the route. So the route in the grocery store, that is. So when you get to the grocery store, what you want to try and think about doing mainly is sticking to the perimeter of the grocery store. That tends to be where most of the good whole foods are. So we've got your fruits and veggies and your produce section, that kind of stuff, your whole grains, your lean meats, your dairy, all that stuff tends to be around the perimeter. So you can go into the middle a little bit here and there for certain things that you need, specific items and whatnot. But if you can stick to the perimeter in the majority, that's where you're going to be getting all that healthy whole food. So that's a good goal as well. The third thing is finding your superfoods and maybe your non-traditional items. So this might be where you have to go into those middle sections of the grocery store a little bit. So that's stuff like your flax seeds, maybe your different kind of healthy oils like olive or fish oil, stuff like that, different whole grain products. So things like those, you might have to go more into the middle, but it's starting to find where you can find those in the grocery store and knowing where to look for those products. The next thing we need to think about is label reading. So when you're going to the store and you're looking at products and you're bombarded by 5 different things, being able to take a look and looking at the label and then knowing how to decipher that and to tell what's a good thing, what's a bad thing, things you should look for, things you should avoid, that sort of thing, and then being able to compare. And the 5th thing is finding the bargains. Eating healthy doesn't have to be very expensive. It depends on your budget. It depends on how much you want to spend or what types of foods you maybe like as well. But there's usually cheaper options for the same type of product out there. So if you can think about looking at the brand name product of something, if there's often an alternative brand as well. So it's good to be able to kind of look at both products, check out the ingredient list. If they're the same, then you can opt for the cheaper product. That's going to help cut down on that grocery bill. Make things easier to eat healthier. All right, so what you can do now is you can take all of this information that we've just gone through, make up a meal plan for 2 or 3 days or for your week, and then comprise your grocery list from that. And then next week, hopefully we'll be taking you into the grocery store for a more in-depth tour, discussing nutrition labels and different products and stuff like that. So we will get to that next week. So until then, happy eating.